So the downfall of AEW continues, unfortunately. So Dynamite drew a record low ratings, barely topping 500K viewers. That is a damn shame. I mean, listen, ain't nobody watching Dynamite no more. Nobody is watching AEW anymore. You have the smart marks that are left hanging by a thread. And this is not good if you're Tony Khan. Something has to change for the better. Your company is literally hanging on by a thread. The only saving grace that AEW has going for it is quality wrestling. That's right, quality wrestling. You tune into Dynamite. What do you get? You get quality wrestling. You tune into Collision. You get quality pro wrestling. AEW has the best roster from top to bottom. In-ring talent from top to bottom. But with the majority of that roster, they don't know what to do with them. They average 502,000 viewers on TBS. When Tony Khan goes to renegotiate a new TV contract, there is no way he's going to get that contract. There's no way he's going to be successful in that negotiation. Because you look at the viewership, it's down bad. It's really laughable at this point. And I do not want AEW to fail. I want AEW to step up their game and reach the 1 million mark. Listen, once Dynamite or Collision, they start reaching 1 million viewers, do you know how much of a big deal that would be? That means the WWE are going to step up their game even more. That means we'll be getting better television on Dynamite, Collision, and also way better television on Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis. And that can only mean well for the wrestling business as a whole, because you need competition. Triple H needs competition. The problem with Vince McMahon and him booking the shows week to week, there was no incentive for Vince McMahon to put on the best television broadcast possible. And Tony Khan, he's kind of reached that point very early in running AEW. You're just relying on good wrestling. And you're seeing firsthand that quality wrestling is not enough. That quality wrestling cannot pop a rating. I believe the main event was Claudio versus Pac. That match didn't draw shit. Didn't draw a dime. Hate to say it, very talented wrestlers in their own right, but they're not draws. They're not on the level of MJF, unfortunately. Now, even with MJF, I have to say, he's not much of a draw himself anymore. Because if you have a show with MJF on it, Dynamite, he was scheduled to face Roosh, right? It was advertised. Then why the heck, if MJF is such a draw, he's such a big deal for AEW, he's a ratings booster, at least I thought he was. Well, then why the heck did Dynamite only be able to pull in 500,000 viewers for this week's Dynamite? That's very alarming that your top guy of AEW cannot draw past 500,000 viewers. That's very alarming. So this right here goes to show you that MJF is not a draw. If MJF is not enough to pull in better viewership for Dynamite or Collision, then you have bigger problems on your hands. Because MJF for the past couple of years has been labeled as the top guy, the franchise player for AEW. And you're only averaging 500K viewers. And this is the third lowest audience total in the history of the show. And the lowest Dynamite has ever done on a Wednesday night. And the two lower episodes were in June 2021 when the show was moved to Saturday due to NBA coverage. So this should not be happening. These ratings, man, it's unacceptable. And Tony Khan should be worried. Because if they keep this up with low viewership on a weekly basis, then it's going to be a matter of time until Dynamite gets kicked off the network, which means less exposure for the pro wrestlers.